What's going on, everybody? The Keymaster 84 coming at you guys today with a brand new video. We are stuck in the rumor mill because that's what's going on these days. We're going to go over a couple of rumors. We're going to talk about a few things. Activision. It's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a good little informational one for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. So, the rumor mill is, it's been said by some industry insiders, more than one prominent, but more than one, that Blackout is going to be free to play before the end of the year across all platforms. I think it's totally going to happen. And I think that they will be super successful. I think it's probably going to happen probably in that June to September. And that's I'm giving myself like 4 months, guys, but more of the story is I think it's going to happen sometime in that summer months, just to kind of build back up the hype. I think it's going to be a real big thing. I'm personally excited for it. I haven't got a chance to play Blackout on the PC yet. I've only played it on the Xbox. It does look fun on the PC. It does look like a slightly different experience than the Xbox. So it would be awesome to do. I think free to play is the way to go, though, personally, on that particular piece of product, because then Treyarch can continuously update it over the next 2 years while the other guys are working on their titles, and then while their titles are coming out, and then when the next Black Ops 5, I guess we'll call it for now, when Black Ops 5 comes out, then they can redo Blackout 2.0, or whatever they want to do, or at that point, who knows? Maybe Blackout's taking on a mind of its own like Zombies has. We don't know. It's hard to say. But I definitely think that would be a good idea on their part, personally. I think it's really awesome. I would totally be on board with all of that if they made it free to play. So I mean, cross my fingers. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but cross my fingers that that's exactly what happens. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. That could be the complete opposite of what happens. It's always hard to say. You never really know when it goes from a game that is currently free to play to a game that or from a game that you had to pay for to a game that's free to play. You never really know what's going to happen in there, so it does make it slightly difficult to predict. But I think it could be super successful if they decide to do that route. And some other big news, guys. I don't know how much it really affects anything at all whatsoever, but moral of the story, guys, is we have two new way upper management, CFO, and I just forgot space on the other guy's title. But the CFO has let it go to Netflix, and the other guy has gone to go work at Square, not Square Enix. Square, like the payment system through your phone. It's pretty big, I think. I don't think they expected that to happen. I think that was kind of like oh, really? Are you sure about that? That's not what we were planning on. Yeah. And so I think they're kind of, stuck out in the way now on that. I don't know how much it's really going to affect anything, but it is news nonetheless. I mean, any kind of shakeup like that is going to change things. For the better or for the worse, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, obviously the CFO, I don't know how much pressure he gets to put on anybody, but I mean, I'm sure there's something he gets to do, so I'm sure it's going to affect it some way. Who knows? Maybe that was the guy with the microtransaction ideas. Maybe him leaving is a good thing. Who knows? Look on the bright side. You never know. And then The last piece I want to end on here, guys, that we're going to be talking about for the rest of the video is, what if Infinity Ward, that sounds right, is not making Ghost 2 or Modern Warfare 4? I saw this on Twitter. Chaos Silencer, I believe, is the one that said it. What if Infinity Ward is not making Ghost 2 or Modern Warfare 4? What if they're making Infinite Warfare 2? I know, the shiver just went down my spine too, and I do apologize for that, guys. But I think it is something definitely worth to talk about for a minute. First of all, would people be interested in seeing that game come back with the enhanced movement? Or would they do something kind of like what Black Ops 4 did and become a prequel to Infinite Warfare, and kind of go back before the enhanced movement to tell more of a prequel story? You know what I mean? Like, that could be, they could go down that route, because I mean, look at it. I mean, granted, Black Ops 3 did a lot better than Infinite Warfare. I'm not going to go over the numbers because I feel like the numbers are a little bit skewed, because it did, Black Ops 3 was on PlayStation Plus for about a month for free for anybody. Download it and it's yours forever. So they have a super skewed number as far as how many people actually own the game. But still, Black Ops 3 was one of the best of the enhanced movement games as far as people playing the game. So it's hard to be like, oh, Black Ops 3 is so much better, because, I mean, there's a few things that come into it. Now, Infinite Warfare 2, if they were to do what Black Ops 4 did and bring it back to before the enhanced movement, I think that could be an interesting game. I didn't play a ton of it, so maybe my memory or my ideals for how the game should be isn't exactly 100% correct, but I do think that they could do what Black Ops 4 did. I really do, and I think that could really be an interesting twist, because you would get to see how we got to the point in the campaign. Because I do remember playing the campaign. You would be able to get to see how they got to that point in the campaign by going back. If they decide to include a campaign, who knows? Maybe Black Ops 4 to start a trend, or we're not going to see campaigns anymore. They do need to have a secondary mode, and I don't know. It'd be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want another BR, just because then I feel like there's no point in making Blackout free to play. Because there'd be no point in making a Blackout free to play and having Infinity Ward BR. It would be too convoluted. It wouldn't make sense. Because then you'd be like, oh well, I like these things. I like these things. I'm gonna go play this one, and then next thing you know, Sledgehammer's gonna have their own BR, and then literally in the COD franchise, you would have 3 different BRs. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. Now, if they were smart, they would do them all at one. A few guys from Infinity Ward, a few guys from Sledgehammer, a few guys from Treyarch, they all combine, they make this one BR experience for all the games. Now, that would be interesting. I'd be totally down for that. But they do need to come up with a secondary game mode just besides multiplayer. Because I'm going to harp on this until we see what they come up with. If they don't have a good secondary game mode besides multiplayer, and I'm not even going to say zombies because I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I think zombies should remain a Treyarch only item. That's just me. But they definitely need to figure something out, because unfortunately when you're coming off the heels of Black Ops 4 that's got multiplayer and zombies and Blackout and technically a campaign light is what I'm going to call it with the Specialist HQ. You have 4 different ways you can play this game. 4 different ways to play one game. I mean, shoot, there'll be times where I'm like, you know what, I'm really not feeling multiplayer. I'm gonna jump into Blackout. I'm really not feeling Blackout. I'm gonna go play some zombies. You know, zombies kind of kicking my butt. I'm gonna go back to multiplayer. You know what? It's almost the end of the night. Let's roll. I'm gonna roll one match in the Specials HQ to get it finished out. I mean, that's insane options. And so I think, unfortunately, for the next game coming out, Call of Duty 2019, Modern Warfare 4, Ghost 2, and Infinite Warfare 2, whatever it may be, it has a lot. It has big boots to fill. Big boots. They better be staying on the ground, because that's obviously what people like. So I mean, it's definitely an interesting twist. It really got me thinking, like, would people, and then on top of it, would it suffer the same fate that Ghost has, where it's like the negative connotation to that name is so strong that people just see it and are like, nope, I am not buying it. I mean, because who knows, it could be the best Call of Duty ever, but I think because of the name and the title it's attached to, people would automatically churn off and be like, I'm not doing it, I'm not going, we're not playing that game today. You know, and I think it would get a bad rap for no apparent reason whatsoever, and that'd be a damn and that would be a darn shame. It really would be. I always try to give every Call of Duty game a what do you want to call it? A fair shake. I always give them a fair shake, because you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about everything. What you guys think of the idea of an Infinite Warfare 2. Especially, I think it's an interesting idea to explore. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Infinite Warfare 2 down below in the comment section. Also, make sure you guys leave a like. And heck, if you're new, please leave a subscribe, just so I know you stopped by. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. For you guys who have been here for a while, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, guys. It really means everything. And until next time, guys, this has been the Keymaster 84. We play games to make gains. Haters gonna hate. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.